looks like it.
Hello?
Oh, you can't see my hand.
Oh, sorry. There's Kyle.
Hello?
I'm just your standard James. Let me know if you guys can hear us and all that stuff. We've adjusted the audio levels a little bit. Last week they were a little low. That was the first one, so we're sort of figuring it out. Hey Andrew, what's up, buddy? I like your last name. Mike, hey bud, good to see you again as well. When more people get in here, I'm gonna plug your site a little bit, Mike, because it's a good site. You may hear some children. You may hear some noises. Those are my kids. Like as always, I'm working from home, and they might scream. Hey Rob, what's up, buddy? I know. Thank you. I'm happy to be here live. It's nice to see you too. Where's the dog? You might hear him too. He's got some claws, and we have hardwood floors, so. All right, so today what we're doing is we're gonna work on some Canon's AF35M2s, also called Sure Shot. This is the good one. Well, mechanically and functionally, this one is great. This one is cosmetically perfect. This one, the one that works, but this one doesn't work. The one that works has a broken top cover and the battery door is broken. So this is pretty, it should be a pretty simple, yeah, I got a haircut, yeah. It should be a pretty simple repair, because all we're really doing is just swapping out plastic pieces. But that said, every camera I've ever worked on has not been as simple as you might think initially. So we're gonna just start taking it apart and see what we can do. Wish us luck. And then at the end, of course, like last time, we're going to give away this camera as long as it's repaired. If it's not fully functional, we'll give away another one, because I've got a lot of these. I was watching some repair camera videos since last week, and all that really did for me was make me realize I'm terrible at repairing cameras. So if you're here for actual knowledge, there are better places that you could be.
Oh my god.
What, the noise?
Yeah.
This is what I live with.
I'm so sorry. Why is that one person's name red in the chat down there? Cupcake Grind. Oh, it's a subscriber, I think.
Twitch Prime.
Okay. Neat.
Yeah, guys, you can join Twitch Prime. You can subscribe. You can follow. There's all kinds of things you can do to get more out of this content we're delivering. But yeah, just like last time, if anyone wants to chat about anything camera related, let us know. Basically, that's all I like to do is chat about cameras, so let me know. Ask questions. It's sort of like this is sort of like a podcast, a live stream, a how-to video, and a Reddit AMA all in one thing. So feel free to interact and ask us questions, and we'll answer. Look at that, battery door removed. Success so far.
I can chat as both casual photophile and myself now.
Oh wow.
In the stream.
It's advanced stuff. Yeah, you can say just occasionally, like, ask people to ask us questions in the chat if you want.
Yeah. Right.
Just sort of drive the engagement a little bit. Because we want to talk. This is the whole point of this, is to chat with you guys.
Yep, we got 15 people right now. Let's see. Well, We're Too Young to Die wants to know how we're doing. So pretty good.
Kyle, you're doing pretty good?
I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing good? I'm tired.
Yeah.
To be honest. I was up at, I don't know, 4:30, 5.
That's way too early.
Trying to do some early morning photography. That didn't work out great. What's wrong with this Canon? Sorry, I'll answer you in a minute.
Yeah.
Is that a Dunkin' Donuts coffee?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, Kyle's got the Dunkin' Donuts coffee every time I see him.
Pretty much every single day.
What's wrong with this Canon? The plastic is ruined, so the battery door is broken. The little piece that it clips onto is broken. Somebody drilled a hole through it at some point, which I don't know. Maybe they put a screw in there to hold it shut. And the top is all broken. So we're just gonna replace some of the plastic stuff, and hopefully create one good camera. The camera works fine. It's just the plastic is all damaged, and this camera doesn't work, but the plastic is perfect. So swapping. Hope you got good light. No, I didn't actually. It was a terrible morning for photography. I don't want to complain about it too much, but it was not ideal. And this time of year, Boston doesn't look well. Actually, this time of year, Boston does usually look good, but this year it doesn't because winter just seems to never end this year.
I don't know. It feels pretty spring-like out right now.
Today, yeah.
Today.
By the time I got home, it did.
Yeah. What did you use to shoot?
As a medium format, Rolly 6008 Professional, which is now back in the other room. I've written about that camera before on the site, and it's a great camera. Bummer you tried 72 here. Yeah, lucky boy.
72, Jesus.
Yeah, I'd take that.
I'd take that. What do you think someone could have done to the plastic on that other one? That looks so...
The top? I have no idea. It looks like
destroyed.
Looks like maybe it was dropped and broken, and then someone put some sort of tape over it.
Oh yeah.
That then sat there for
a long
20
time.
years. So still trying to figure out how to take this all apart.
What part are you getting at now?
Well, I need the whole thing, so I don't know. I took the bottom off. This looks like a big capacitor that I don't want to get zapped by.
Yep.
Right? It looks scary. Don't touch capacitors. If only someone would chime in with a service manual. Is it me or the Canon looks bigger? Hey, glad you're here, John Fenn. Twitch is a cool thing. There's a lot of great people doing really cool stuff. Cooler stuff than what we're doing, but as far as I know, this is the only camera feed. Hi from Hong Kong. Thanks again.
Don't cross the streams. I have no idea. No idea what that means.
Yeah, it's because you're young. That's a Ghostbusters reference.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, that's very vague. Though.
He's 7 years old. Kyle. He was just born. Canon AF35M2 manual. Can you open that link on your computer?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
Is there already? Someone's already shared a manual for
Yeah,
us?
good job.
What is this?
Canon AF35M2.
Yep, that's the one.
Good
This
job.
is full text and images from the manual. It's got some nice watermarks over it.
Can I see the chat again? Somebody asked a question and
Let's see if I can
meant
find
to
the
answer
chat.
it and then I forgot.
Oh, is it me or does the camera?
Oh yes, that's what I want. Yeah. We're Too Young to Die. I have lowered the camera, so that's why it looks bigger. I noticed last time, camera was just up too high, and
was it that high? I didn't notice much of a difference.
It was pretty high. Yeah. This is much better.
It.
Yeah.
I think this is a much better shot with it lower.
Clearer. Now the only thing we need to do is block the extra light because we are sort of getting auto exposure is a little too dark for the camera, so and it's because of this light right here.
You could probably get like a pillow or something.
Cardboard.
Cardboard?
Yeah, our boxes from the other room.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll just have to disrupt that spider up there.
Don't do that. Yeah, we're ever improving for you guys. We're gonna fix the lighting situation. I mean, this is really informative and helpful. I don't know about that. We're not experts at all. Mostly we're here to, I mean, I agree. Yeah, thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. But mostly we're here to just chat about cameras and hopefully entertain you guys a little bit. Give you something to run in the background of your web browser while you should be working. Middle of the day.
Okay. So I've got two pieces here.
Are you gonna climb up?
I don't know.
Here, I'll get out of your way.
Oh no, I can reach that.
Oh, good job.
Oh, that spider's gonna be so mad at me.
I think it's more to the left.
Is it? Oh, I can...
Kyle's doing good work for you guys.
Oh, it's not even blocked yet. Okay, wait. Where's that coming from?
Yeah, just.
That's up over there.
Yeah.
I should probably just move this whole thing.
Yeah.
Alright, if this spider bites me, I'm not gonna be happy.
Maybe
Is that good? That's good, right?
Yeah, it looks better.
Okay. There's one little like something there. Is that? Is it?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Uh-oh. It's not fine anymore.
Not fine. I'm just gonna take a drink here and watch.
This is so hard. Okay. All right.
You did it.
Okay. I did it.
You did it. All right.
I'll get rid of this one.
What's the lens on the rig? Be slightly more specific. You mean this right here? Oh, that's a finger. The webcam we're using is, what is it? Some sort of Logitech HD something or other. I can get you the
C920.
C9, yeah, there you go. C920. I don't know what focal length or field of view it gives, but it's supposed to be slightly wider.
Let me look it up. I think I...
Oh, what lens is on the camera we're repairing? This is a 38 millimeter 2.8. It's sort of the standard lens that was on all these early Sure Shots. AF35M, whatever you want to call it. They were called different things in different parts of the world. In Japan, they were called Auto Boy. So you can actually find these all over the place under different names, and they're all pretty good. We wrote a piece on this camera a long time ago. I would guess that the photos in it aren't great because those sort of earliest reviews, some of the photos just are not up to our current standard. We do go back and update reviews with better photography, better product shots, and all that stuff. So, but you can go on the site and read all about this camera. It's a good camera. It's got some little quirks that bother me, but I mean they kind of all do. Mike Ekman, yeah. Listen, everyone, I wanted to say this. If you're in here and you haven't visited Mike Ekman's site, MikeEkman.com, he does really good camera reviews and commentary on photography and all that stuff. So, good site, good guy. Check him out. Old Sure Shots are loud as hell. Yes, you're right. That was, I think, one of the things I complained about in the review. It's very loud. I mean, it's not gonna scare anyone away or anything, but if you really like quiet cameras, it's probably not the camera for you. The later Sure Shots are a lot quieter. I mean, Canon has always been about technology and innovation, right? So if you want the best Canon point and shoot, just get the newest model you can. They were always improving. I'm sure most of the more modern Sure Shots are just as good as, you know, the Olympus Mu and all those cameras everybody hypes up. because really, to be honest, they were all made for kind of family vacations and people who didn't really care about photography with a capital P. They just wanted to take shots of their kids and family and all that stuff. So don't believe all the hype, I guess is what I'm saying.
That's kind of interesting. So, let's see. Ekman says a tip for these old autofocus cameras is that most of them you can fire the shutter and hold the shutter release down, then move the camera under a blanket or in your coat, and then release the button, and the film will advance.
Oh right, yeah, that's right. He's saying, yeah, the film advance is the loudest part. So he's
okay.
saying so that people don't hear your
Right.
your film, you know, advancing. No, that is a good point. I distinctly remember the Sure Shot actually fooling me on a few occasions the first time I shot it, because you do have to hold, if the exposure is supposed to be longer than, I don't know, what you're used to, I guess you have to hold the shutter for the entire length of the exposure. Otherwise the shutter closes and it underexposes. So I didn't know that. I got a bunch of underexposed shots and then I figured it out. Goes back to that read the manual thing, right? Oh, I did see hello from the Czech Republic. Thank you. Thanks for coming in and watching. I appreciate it. Hello from Seattle. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Great stuff to listen to. Thanks, buddy. We love talking about cameras, so keep on listening to us while you're working. So I think I'm almost at the point where this whole front plate is about to come off.
Did you keep the screws in order this time?
Yeah, they're relatively in order. Yeah, they're there. I know what, you know,
a bit of an issue last
I know where they
time.
go. I think this self-timer pre-focus lever has to come off, and I think there's a little screw underneath this little plastic cap.
Under what?
I could be wrong. I think that's a little cap, and it pops off, and then there's a screw, and then we can take that lever off, and then I think all of this will come out. And there's probably some stuff underneath the lens that needs to be detached, but we'll figure that out. But I need
what, some kind of pry?
like an X-Acto knife. Do you know where that is in the other room?
I think so.
You can go grab it if you don't know.
I'll go look for it. I think I know where it is.
Yeah, has anyone in the chat shot this or this camera? Anyone love it? Anyone hate it? Have you ever tried Flexorets? They're from Czechoslovakia, right? Try a simple diagram of the piece. I've seen Flexorets. I haven't used one myself. I shot TLRs a lot back in, I don't know, the earlier days of my interest in photography, and then for the past couple of years I haven't shot a lot of TLRs, to be honest. But a big part of that is I don't really have a lot of time to shoot for myself. That's why I went out this morning. I was trying to shoot a medium format SLR just for fun. You know, nothing for the site, no work. It didn't go great, but yeah, I'll look up the Flexorets for sure. I'll see if I can find one at a reasonable price and give it a try. Always interested to hear what you guys want us to cover on the site. So if anyone has said, you know, sat there and said like, oh, I wish they would write about this or talk about this, let me know. You can say it here. You can contact me via email, all that stuff. Always willing to sort of pursue the stuff that's interesting to our readers. Yeah, that is pretty cool. 6 by 4.5 or 6 by 6. That's it. Very interesting.
So I found this. Not sure if that's.
It'll probably work.
Quite. And then I just grabbed a razor too.
Whoa. That popped off.
Oh, the top plate.
There we go. Good job finding that. I've heard the viewfinders are pretty dim. On the Flexorets, If that's what you're talking about, probably. I've found a lot of older TLRs to have dim viewfinders. That's my daughter, everyone.
I wonder if she's definitely coming up on the mic there.
This is weird. There's like this plastic bezel thing that's sort of keeping the
screw in.
Yeah. I can't unscrew it. I've got a magnifying lens. I'm not using a 50mm lens anymore. Though the 50mm lens probably worked better. It's also a possibility that this is reverse thread. No, it was just held in. We got it. Have you tried a Yashica Mat 124? Absolutely. I have one right over there. It's on a shelf.
The price skyrocketed.
Yeah, the price went up. I mean, everything is sort of going up. There's a lot of talk about that. I've said this in a bunch of different places, so forgive me if you've already heard me say it, but I don't think the prices of these cameras going up is necessarily. Some people say it's artificial inflation or something like that, which I don't really understand, but I think I would characterize it more as the market is correcting, and these like amazing professional grade cameras are now sort of being priced at the price that they should have been priced at for the past 20 years. People seem to just be kind of mad that they can't get world-class cameras for $20 anymore. So, sorry. Yashica D, yeah, cheap, inexpensive. Yeah, Rolleiflex, Rolleiflexes are great, but you know, there are plenty of cameras that can do just as good a job at a tenth the price. Minolta Autocore is my personal favorite just because it's sort of the first one I used and I have a sort of connection with it, I would say. But at the same time, that camera's price has gone up quite a bit as well, so it's not as much a value as it was when I first started out shooting medium format. But again, that said, I think it's now priced correctly. I mean, $300 for an amazing TLR, I don't think it's an unreasonable amount. It's just not as good as it used to be. So I'm sure that there is something I'm missing in the disassembly of this.
How far along are you? Just grabbing the front blade off.
Well, all of the obvious fasteners are removed.
And it's still stuck?
Yeah, I suspect that it's something to do with this lever, which is the ISO control. I wonder if this would work if I put batteries in it. It should. I would like to open the lens. If anyone has worked on one of these, feel free to chime in. I hope I don't get electrocuted or electrified.
Oh, it sounded good.
Ooh. Yeah, so this is the problem with this one. The film doesn't advance, which is probably something someone smarter than me could have fixed easily, but
that's not the point of this.
Yeah, we're just having fun. Check out a Canon Owl. Yeah, the Owl is cool.
Oh, I've posted a few of those.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of those.
Yeah, we've sold some Owls.
Yeah, I think I specifically listed in the description of that it had a huge viewfinder. Actually,
It
was
does,
like
yeah.
one of the ones that stood out.
It's its big selling point.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Why would you ever want a small viewfinder? Can't see anything.
There's a guy that converts those to external viewfinders that mount on a hot shoe or a accessory shoe, cold shoe.
Oh, really?
Because they're a 35mm focal length, so it's good for
a lot of stuff.
Cameras that don't have 35mm frame lines.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Guy knows about it.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? I think this thing comes off, but I'm not entirely sure.
What, the just the lens piece itself?
Yeah, do you have that? Do you have that manual?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it had very specific disassembly bits in it though. Let's see.
Well, there should just be a schematic at some point that
yeah,
shows all the parts and how they fit together.
Yeah, they've got that here. This is the closest I think it gets. You got the lens.
Yeah, scroll down a little bit. Oh, just go to other pages.
Yeah. Let's see, and then this one's just inside.
I don't know.
It gets into
Oh, this isn't the repair manual. That's just the
no.
owner's manual.
Yeah.
Thanks for nothing. Not you.
Oh,
I think my brother sent that to me.
It was, yeah. I think Joe sent that.
Thanks, Joe.
Let's see. I'll try looking that up specifically.
Get the hammer. Yeah.
Canon AF35M.
I mean, it's clearly...
Oh, exploded view. It's your own website. That was the first thing that came up. And I'm like, oh, nice. They already know what they're doing. It's us.
That doesn't help. That was for the original one. This is the second one.
Oh, okay.
That would have probably helped. I've taken apart the old one, but not the new one. I don't remember the old one having this sort of problem.
That's no help.
Trying to see if I have more of these so I can... I have the old version. Oh, and does anyone in the chat have a camera that they want to repair, but they're not sure about it, that you would like us to do next week? That's another thing I kind of want to start doing, is if you guys have something that you want some help with, I can break it on this stream. And then you can learn from...
Didn't sound confident.
You can learn from my mistakes, right?
Do repair. Yeah, no one online has any suggestions here. So to repair that battery.
I'm just checking some. There's a screw under the grip. I got it. I think I got it. Right? Someone on Instagram just send me a message saying there's a screw under the grip.
I almost just at myself with the capacitor.
I think I got it though.
Good or not. Yeah, no, this thing wouldn't be lifting up as much. So that's kind of...
Yeah.
I think it is something to do with that ISO control, because it seems to just be fixed at that point, and obviously you wouldn't be able to pick it up if that lever is sticking through the plastic.
I mean, it's possible that you just have to do some...
Try it? I don't trust that. Did that work?
I did it somehow.
Oh. Yeah, there's 2 clips. These are little like hinges.
Yeah.
You bent this one. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, be careful doing that with the
No.
No? Or just break it, that's fine.
I won't be careful. We don't even need this piece. I thought we did. We don't. It's the other piece that's broken. Oh, there we go. Hold on, I'm getting more messages. Telling people to get in the chat.
Nice. Self-promotion during this stream.
Yeah,
That's
get in
good.
here. We should do Instagram Live right now. Show people what they're missing.
Do it.
I'm very busy.
I don't have your Instagram.
I'm much too busy for that.
So that was the good camera that you just took apart, right? The other one's the messed up
Yes.
exterior. Okay.
Yes.
And what are you gonna do about the you said the battery compartment is kind of what, broken, snapped at some point?
Yeah, the
other one?
battery door. I've already taken the good battery door off. This looks complicated.
Yes.
Like, this is all one piece, I think.
Is it really?
Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll figure it out. Eventually on this stream, we will fix one camera. How many cameras do you end up repairing a week? Not many. not all that many. One. Yeah. No, I mean we do minor repairs very easily. These repairs are, we have very little hope for success on this. Like I said before, this is more just to chat with you guys and hang out, have fun. So
A screen replacement, what does that mean?
can you hear the autofocus motor? That's not good.
It's a tiny autofocus.
I hope it's not bothering you.
That's weird. It seems like a major flaw in design.
We have a mic that we were going to use specifically for audio, but the USB port for the computer that we plugged it into is malfunctioning, and I have not yet fixed it. So look at that, we got the piece we needed.
Wow.
This
All
is the
that
piece.
effort for that.
I may not have had to take apart all the other stuff.
Let's just assume that you did, because it's worth the effort. I know we talked about this last week, but just look at like the intricacy.
Yeah, let's
that.
look.
That's
Let's
crazy.
look. That's a good point.
That looks so advanced.
So not everybody has seen the insides of a camera. We do the exploded view thing occasionally on the site, which shows it really well, but this shows it really well too. This is just a point and shoot from, I don't know, sometime in the mid 80s.
79 actually.
Oh yeah? Well, I think that was the first one.
Is it? No, I don't know. Everything on here said 79. Oh, that was your own.
That's my own site.
No, every other one said 79.
Yeah, but I think I think the first one was 79. I think this one's a little later. But anyway, the point is, it costs like $30 now. Look at it. It's unbelievable. No one in the world should be able to build something this complex.
No one should do this.
It's just too complex. Makes my head boggle. Boggles the mind. Oh, yeah.
Oh, and you destroyed it.
Yeah, it just fell over.
Nice.
So we're gonna try to replace this piece now. Right? Seems pretty easy. Seems like it shouldn't be that difficult.
Well, you've already done it once now, so.
Yeah, but I wasn't paying attention.
Oh. Okay.
Was I supposed to pay attention?
I guess not. We have video.
Oh yeah,
You know,
we'll just
We're recording
play
of
back.
everything you just did.
First thing I'm going to do is, and I'm going to put these all in order now, all these screws. Not like last time. Let's see, we have to improve the lighting down here, Kyle.
What, the cardboard wasn't good enough?
No, I just mean we need to get a better tabletop light that we can put right over.
Oh, yeah. Well, that one's kind of, it's just facing the wrong way.
The light?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just too big. I just didn't want it shining on everything.
Yeah.
Butte? It is a butte. Someone on Instagram just told me that the L35AF from Nikon is much better internally, and I agree. I do agree with that.
Porsche. Where this one is.
All right. Old battery door that somebody randomly drilled a hole through is removed. And we can just easily slide this replacement one in there. So that's a good, I guess, tip for anyone. If you have a broken battery door, all you need to do is get a replacement, remove 3 screws, sort of lift it up, and you can slide the new one in there. So it's not a death knell for your Canon if you have a bad battery door. But I'm not sure if I need to keep the bottom plate off, so I'm not going to put that back on yet.
With the old battery door, did a piece of plastic snap off, or was it just?
Yes, the little clip right here, so you can see the difference. There's a clip right there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And this one broke off at some point in its previous life.
Now, is that rattling around in the camera? Could you like?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But the other person, like I said, drilled a hole through it.
That's an interesting choice.
Which is weird. Know. Maybe to screw it in, I don't know.
Every time you want to put new batteries in, you have to unscrew it.
Yeah. It's fine. There actually are plenty of cameras that use that method, which is terrible.
It's terrible on any.
Carry a screwdriver with you in your camera bag. And let's look at this. So nothing should fall out when I take this screw out. What do you reckon they drilled the hole for?
Yeah, it's just. Yeah. I think we answered it without reading his question.
I know. I reckon they drilled a hole because they were too cheap to have it repaired correctly.
Well, they thought they were being very creative.
Yeah.
Kind of creative.
It's fine.
Not a great way of doing it.
It's fine. It's just terrible. So this should slide right out. There we go. And now I think if we just pull this off, undo this screw, and then possibly undo a screw right under that grip, we might be good.
Where are you trying to get to now? Just the top piece?
Yeah, just this back top.
Okay.
Right here. So just undo this screw. Put this one up there. It might be possible to take this off without removing anything else.
The entire front plate like we just did.
So we'll figure it out.
If it looks stupid but it works, it's not stupid, question mark. Unless you're drilling unnecessary holes into cameras, then it might still be stupid. Yeah. Yeah. It goes for pretty much anything, don't just drill holes into stuff.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
What do you think about Fuji discontinuing film stocks?
Well, we wrote about it. We wrote about sort of our feelings about that. Jeb, who is one of our writers, really is a big fan, or was a big fan. I don't know. I suppose he still is a big fan of Agfa Vista. So he sort of had a visceral reaction to that, or at least an emotional reaction to it. He's not happy to see his favorite film go away. More importantly, I think he was dismayed that that's a film for beginners or people who maybe don't know a lot about film yet, but they want to try it and they want to learn. So he was sort of thinking about it as well from a perspective of, we need more people shooting film if we want our hobby to continue. And I think he sort of saw that as one more small barrier to entry into a hobby that already has quite a few barriers to entry. So long answer, but yeah, we don't like it. We wish that they would keep producing it. But they have to do what they feel they need to do for their business and for their shareholders, more importantly. If they can make more money selling cosmetics, then you just have to expect that that's what they're going to do at this point.
But we still have Color Plus.
We do. We do have Color Plus. We've got Kodak stuff. I've had conversations with people at Film Farania, and they're very interested in being the film company that produces film for everyone for the next, well, foreseeable future. 100 years is what they say.
That's crazy. 100 years. I remember talking about that with you.
Yeah.
How can you like plan that far ahead?
So we're actually gonna go down to New York City next week, I think, and chat with the marketing director for Farania, and hopefully we'll have some news for you guys regarding their plans and their intentions, and hopefully it's good news. So long story short, sad about Fuji, but you know, someone will step up, I think. Maybe someday we'll have our own film to offer you guys.
Casual photophile film.
Guys, I think we're doing a good job. Did you hear that satisfying click? That
sounded like
nice. It
was supposed to happen.
That was great.
That's good. Did you just peel the grip off? Or are you gonna?
Yes, I'm gonna super glue it back on.
Right, glue that.
It's still sticky on the back, and it didn't rip or anything, so.
That's good.
So lay off me. Did you ruin that grip?
Casual color 35.
It sounds good, right?
Yeah, it sounds good. Agfo was the first film I bought. Wasn't something missed. Come on, is it?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You know, eBay is kind of the worst.
Yeah, eBay sucks. Honestly.
It's fine. I mean, there are definitely some good sellers who are doing the right thing, but
they're too heavily outnumbered. I
think. It
think.
just seems like eBay people are mostly concerned with making money for themselves, and they don't really care about, you know, what their customers' experience is, or in your case, even getting the product to the customer. So that's a bummer. We're trying to offer more, you know, not to be like a salesman, but we're trying to offer more film in our store, fstopcameras.com. And we added a bunch a few days ago. The only problem is it's pretty popular, so it sells out very quickly. So it's tough. It's tough to keep things stocked, but we're gonna work with some wholesalers and try to get you guys more film at reasonable prices.
That sounded pretty salesman-y.
I know. There are some guys who repair and CLA cameras on eBay. That's true. That's good. Keeping it going.
Very cool.
Do I have a toothbrush? I think it's in the other room.
You want the toothbrush?
No, it's all right. You don't have to go get it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. I do need
that
super glue. I think it's upstairs.
I'll go look for that.
Oh, you're not gonna find it.
Not gonna find the super glue?
I'll be right back. Kyle will entertain you. I have to get super glue.
Alright, I guess I don't know where the super glue is. I'll take over. Yep, it looks like we're definitely gonna need super glue for this. It's peeled right off. Let's see. Did you find it?
I did, yeah.
Nice. That was pretty fast.
I'm a fast guy.
You don't think I could have found it that fast?
No. Super glue. We're just going to use it to put this back in place, but I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to make sure that this camera works now. So we have replaced the broken battery door, and we've replaced the broken top cover.
Oh, let's see. Ekman says, I would recommend contact cement as opposed to super glue. Super glue could possibly eat away the plastic. Do we have contact cement?
I don't have contact cement. Mike, why you gotta do everything
Making
right?
us look bad.
Why you gotta do it right? let's see. Let's see if the camera even works, because if it doesn't...
That is loud. Oh my god.
It is loud. This is what you guys were talking about. It's a little bit loud. But more importantly, it works.
It works.
And
That's
it's no longer broken. We've successfully fixed a camera.
Nice. Wow. First one.
Yeah.
1 for 2. That's 50% success rate. That's okay.
It's pretty abysmal, actually.
Yeah, no, that's not good. We got to work on that.
We'll get better. I think we're doing a lens next week, which will be even more scary. Do you think we can make do with all the used cameras we have on market, or is there a need for a new film camera? Hey, thanks. Thanks for the congrats and the nice job. I appreciate it.
Nice.
We're going to give this camera away at the end of the stream, so stay tuned and put your name in the hat. Do I think there's a need for a new camera?
I can go for a lot of things. Do they need to keep making games for the N64? I don't know. We're running low on a lot of old stuff that's just going to go away eventually, so...
It's true. I will always take a new camera, of course. Do I think there's a need for one? I mean, I guess I could say eventually, yeah. The cameras, I mean, they made millions of K1000s and millions of F3s. I mean, there's a lot of cameras out there. So, isn't Bellamy working on a new camera design? He said he was. Yeah, he produced sort of a little video, and I believe there were some drawings shown on the internet. I'm sure he's working on it. He hasn't said anything, I don't think, to anyone in the media. I've talked to him occasionally via email, not frequently, but I can ask him. I'm sure he won't tell me. The guy that I do talk to is Lawrence from Reflex, which I'm sure you guys know about, and if you don't, just go online and search, what would you call it? I mean, you can search Reflex camera, you might get a lot of SLR and TLR sort of hits, but if you go to Casual Photophile and you look up Reflex, you'll see we had an interview with him. And yeah, we sort of did a deep dive into the Reflex camera that he kickstarted and is producing now. So his timeline was, what did he say? August, I think? August or October, I can't remember which, but he said if any of his backers ordered a camera today, that they would get their camera in August or October. And I know in our conversation that I had with him personally, he expressed a desire to unveil the camera at Photokina this year. So that's cool. And he said if they don't reach that, if they don't make that deadline, they have another thing. That's my cat. Reflex has built-in flash, which is very rare for manual SLR. Yeah, that's true. It has a illumination LED as well. So not just a flash, it has a sort of a light that can illuminate things to a lesser degree than the flash might. That camera looks very interesting. I'm very excited about the Reflex. We backed the project, and like I said, we've talked to Lawrence, and hopefully we're going to get one early if possible, but if not early, then certainly on day one. And we're going to shoot it a lot and talk about it. So yeah, another long answer to a question. There are plenty of cameras out there to keep us shooting for the next 50 years. If someone wants to create a new camera, that's fantastic, and we'll take it. Yes, that's right. LEDs focusing in the dark. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good camera, especially for someone like me who prefers SLRs and prefers aperture priority automatic shooting or semi-auto shooting. That's the mode it's going to offer. I was a little bit disappointed. I don't think the Kickstarter reached stretch goal for Minolta lens mount, but it has plenty of other mounts that have amazing glass. I think there's Pentax, so you can use all the Takumars. There's a Nikon mount, so all the Nicors, and of course Canon. FD glass is pretty good. Nothing wrong with it. So yeah. Looking forward to it. What time is it? 12:30? Is it about an hour stream?
Yeah, it's 12:25 right now. Oh, I just had the stat up. We've been streaming for 1 sec. 53 minutes and 4 seconds.
That's about an hour, and we wanted it to be an hour stream. So,
Cool.
guys, we fixed this camera. We're gonna get going, but we want everyone to sort of say hello in the chat real quick before we go, so that we can sort of randomly pick someone to get this camera. And I want to say, make sure you check your messages on Twitch, because we're gonna just send out a message to the guy or girl, whoever wins the camera. So check your messages maybe tomorrow, and if you get a message from us, that means you're going to get this camera. So we'll ask for your address, and we'll ship it right out to you. So everyone just say hello. We go back and we might just choose someone from earlier in the stream, so you don't necessarily have to say anything now, but it's good to get your name front and center. Oh, please, it's our pleasure. Thank you for tuning in. It was great to fix a camera and get another camera out to somebody, and to chat with you guys was awesome. You know, I hope you tune in next week when we do the same thing. I think we're going to do a lens. I think it's going to be this, which is a pretty awesome lens, right? This should get you guys a little bit interested if it'll focus. So it's the Olympus G Zuiko 55mm f1.2. Yeah, 1.2. Come on.
What's wrong with it?
Aperture blades are sluggish, so we're gonna take this apart, and you can see the aperture blades aren't actuating as they should. This is difficult. But yeah, we're gonna take it apart and clean the oil off the blades. Probably grease the helicoid a little bit, although it feels really good. So, is it an OM4 Ti? Nope, it's an OM1, and it's in rough shape. So this might be something we try to fix later on down the road too. But for now, I think we're going to concentrate on this lens. It's a very, very nice lens, rather expensive, and pretty beautiful. So tune in, and we'll see you. Just checking the chat to see if there's anything I need to reply to. What to use for helicoid grease? You're going to have to tune in next week to find out, Andrew.
What do you use?
Similar lens. Yeah, we have a bunch of lenses that need oil, aperture oil cleaning. So these are, I'll just put a few here. These are some of the lenses that we're going to do in the coming weeks. And some of these are pretty fantastic. So this Micro Nikkor 55 is well known for being extremely capable for a compact macro. This is just sort of a standard 28 2.8. This one is sort of a legend some of you guys will know about. Nikon Nikkor 28 2.8 with the AIS mount. Very late optical formula. Really nice. And Canon 1.8 50mm, something sort of basic. So anyway, Merlin, good to see you, buddy. All right, pal. Gas attack, I know. We have a lot of gear. You should see the shelf. I'll show it to you guys sometime. How many cameras are down here, do you think? Like 300?
Oh my god, yeah, probably somewhere around that.
Yeah, we've got quite an inventory, but
yeah, there's a lot of broken ones.
Does aperture oil affect pictures in any way? Yes, it does, only in that it can slow the aperture from opening and closing, so your exposures will be off. So on lenses that stop down at the point of shutter release, you'll get mostly overexposure because the aperture doesn't close as fast or open as fast, or whatever. So on lenses that are always stop down, on cameras that use constant stop down metering, it's not as much of a problem. Like on a Leica M or something, some rangefinder like that, it's not as crucial. As long as the aperture does open and close, it can be a little oily, and that's okay. But it's not perfect, and we like them to be perfect, so we're gonna make them closer to perfect. All right, guys, we're done for today. We'll send a message out in the next half hour or so, and get one of you guys this. Oh, there we go. That's better. Get one of you guys this pretty awesome point and shoot that's just a little bit loud. All right. See you later.
All
Thanks
right.
for tuning in. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.